don't know who Aaron the Plumber is, he a guy who popped out on the scene doing a balloon bust type of podcast situation, and he went on a wild rant, got into it with each and every last one of the females on there, and his specialty of words was saying, "You not qualified." Understand what you hearing and seeing. So we finna get into what Aaron the Plumber had to say, how he went from being a gangbanger to being a prison criminal to being back out here on the streets, owning his own properties, owning his own plumbing business, and always trying to get into a fade with somebody. Understand what you hearing and seeing. Is it make-believe? It's already up.
Now the question that folks want to know is, what did you do to make them so mad they shot you up 6 times?
Okay, so I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying?
What was you out here doing, man? Like,
I ain't gonna lie. So it was one point in time, right, in my life. Okay, so mom's is on drugs. My father's not active in my life. So I'm man enough to say that I was going through an identity crisis. You feel me? I wanted to prove myself that I was tough because I was not exposed to what genuine love is. You feel me? Mom's is high. Not to take nothing from you, Mom. I love your life. You feel me? But the power of the drugs is profound. You feel me? Mom's was more loyal to the drugs than she was to her children. Father, my dad was some ism, and he was active in Stockton, you feel me, as well. So I'm hearing about my dad's name, and I'm trying to live up to it. You feel me?
Absolutely.
So a lot of situations. Okay.
And that was a gang member.
Yeah, as a gang member. Well, no, I'm not even gonna call myself a gang member. I thought I was a gang member. I thought I was a part of an organization. You know what I'm saying? That I was willing to do the devil's work for. What is the devil's work? Steal, kill, and destroy. That's what I was willing to do for this organization. You know what I'm saying? And these particular individuals, they've been on this platform before.
Oh, wait, that shot you?
No. Not that shot me. That I used to bang with.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying? One thing I don't like. One thing I don't like about the politics is, you know what I'm saying, we're not gonna politic on cam. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep the politics in the streets. So in a real way though. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get at me, yeah, hey, get at me in the flesh, but I'm not talking about politics on cam though, huh?
Was it the EBK members?
I'm not gonna say. I'm not from EBK. I don't know none of. Not to take none away from EBK or not to discredit you or disrespect you or nothing. I don't know none of them cats. You feel me? But I see them on the internet doing that thing. But we got mutual homies though. You know what I'm saying? It's SAC 20916. Politics run together though. We got some of the same homies though. You know what I'm saying? In the real. But I also got. My uncles is Crips from the north side of Stockton as well. So that's why my dad is a reputable from Stockton, a real tycoon, a real top hat. We not saying Pop's name on camera, but if you know, you know. My last name, though, do your homework who Pops is in a real way. But I'm good in Stockton. I could go to any hood in Stockton, and nigga ain't gonna touch me, though.
Understand what you hearing and saying, man. That boy Aaron the Plumber done went from a pure simp on a balloon bus to a real live gangster now. Well, he just said he ain't a gangbanger, but that's why I start the video. I want you to peep how many times he say Brodusky. Understand what you hearing and seeing, man. You can't make this up.
I got uncles from Nightingale, and I got uncles from, you know what I'm saying, Northside Gangster Crip, too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not in that.
Here. So, look. All right. So, well, walk me through, like, the day, man, that, like, you got shot 6 times.
So, the day I got shot 6 times, you feel me? My Brodusky got shot too, though. You feel me? Yeah, we gonna get into all that. Okay, so when I got shot, I deserved it.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm not mad. I'm a real one. I'm a real one. I deserved it. You feel me? I'm pressing play on my homie's behalf, what I thought was my homie.
Yeah.
You feel me? But his true colors showed in the end. This was not my homie.
Yeah.
But I'm one of them types, like, say for instance, Flacco, you got a problem with Brodusky right there.
Yeah.
Bruh, just because all the simple fact that you tripping with my nigga, bro, I'm on your ass when I see you. And if I get life behind it, I know you might be the opposite.
That nigga said I'm not
But I'm loyal to the soil. If you got beef with my nigga, I'm ready to die behind this shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real California nigga. We value respect in a real way. I want my brody to give me the utmost respect, and I want the utmost respect from him. So what that makes me look like, you know what I'm saying? He tripping with a nigga, and I'm over here, oh, you tripping with, that's between you and the homie. No, nigga, it ain't between you and the homie. Nigga, that's between us.
From North Dakota, bro. Whole activities, man. I love whole activities, man. The president of real niggas is too heavy, man.
I respect that.
Hey, listen, man.
I respect that.
The president of real niggas is too steep, nigga. I'm cool.
It is. But nigga, if I died behind being a real one, man, my legacy is complete in a real way. But see how I got shot is, right? I'm in the front yard, right?
Okay. Of your house.
Yeah. In my house, right? I'm smoking weed, you know what I'm saying? Okay, prior to it, there was some street activity, right? You know what I'm saying? I didn't got jiggy. I didn't know. Allegedly. In a real way. Don't get it misconstrued. Aaron the it is. But nigga, if I died behind being a real one, hey, man, my legacy is complete in a real way. But see how I got shot is, right? I'm in the front yard, right?
Okay. Of your house.
Yeah, in my house, right? I'm smoking weed, you know what I'm saying? Okay, prior to it, there was some street activity, right? You know what I'm saying? I didn't got jiggy. I didn't know. Allegedly. In a real way. Don't get it misconstrued. Aaron the Plumber is not just some other plumber. I was a whole gangster before this plumbing shit came about.
Absolutely.
Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I didn't put my footwork in a real way. So what happened was, you know what I'm saying, a couple days prior, some street shit transpired. We're not going to go into depth about it because I don't know if I could get charged with the shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I ain't consulted no attorney, none of that. But what I will say is some gangster shit happened a few days prior. Now, niggas got the drop. They know where I stay. Niggas spent through, you know what I'm saying? A nigga slid through my block, right? I peeped the play. I press play. I press play on him. You know what I'm saying? But the nigga's a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Bitch ass, heavy on the bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Cause hey, I'm the type of nigga, you feel me? Say for instance, Flacco, if I got blick on me and I catch you loafing, right? You ain't got no blick on you, nothing. Bro, I will get this motherfucker to revenue ransom. Brodesky, hold this. Do not do nothing. If this nigga beat my ass, nigga, he beat my ass. That's just what it is. But we finna get that up as men. You know what I'm saying? And some of my closest homies, we done got down in the paint before. Yeah, it shouldn't result to that, to us engaging in the fisticuff. We should be able to converse about men, about our discrepancies and move forward. But if we can't, man, we gotta get in that paint and get it out the way with. But the only time you should have to, you know what I'm saying, pew a man is if you absolutely have to. But during this duration of my lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, I was not late.
Boy, we got your boy Jay Prince coming out addressing the situation with Wack100, Big U, Adam 22, and DJ Vlad, letting them boys know, hey, y'all following Wack. Wack the same one that's out here spewing the narrative. Wack the same one trying to get everybody a federal case, get everybody on a federal indictment. You see what he did to Big U. You see how he talked down on 21 Savage. You see how he talked down on NBA. You see how he talking down on, he the oldest man in entertainment, YouTube entertainment, clubhouse entertainment, content entertainment that's talking down on people. But Jay Prince still standing strong. J Prince still out there in that world, out there living that good life, letting these boys know I can still walk the streets. But he also sending a message to the youth out there. Stop letting these boys come in the coach and vote off your boys. Take everything. You know what I'm saying? Use our name, image, likeness, all these gangster tales, all these gangster stories. It ain't gangster to go online and talk about what you did. Understand what you hearing this shit. I'm going to let J Prince get into the situation that he got going on, because he's saying Wack100, Adam 22, and DJ Vlad all on some rat behavior. Rat behavior being they eating cheese. Real snitches out here. It's up.
Man, what a beautiful walk. Look at the sky. Look at the skies. I see my man Crush. What's up, Crush? G-O-D-N. That's my brother right there, from another mother. See you tomorrow, homie. Yeah. Now you talking about a real example. You know, the homie, you know, went past the 360. You know, there's a homie that had a life sentence, 1 or 2 life sentences. I don't know how many it was, but he couldn't have done one of them. But, you know, the Creator opened the gates up and allowed him to be free. And the beautiful thing about him is he don't take his freedom for granted. You know what I mean? He free, and he ain't forgot where he came from. You know, he giving back. He inspiring, he uplifting. You know what I mean? But most of all, you know, he's still being a man. And that's what we're about. You know what I mean? We're about being men in our community. We're about being men wherever we step. You know, ain't gonna be no twisting when we walk, and we ain't gonna do no squatting. You know what I mean? We have to take these different leaps. And for sure, you gonna hear us, you know, on no podcast hating and belittling, trying to tear down our fellow man versus uplifting and going on the podcast every day to stitch on somebody, you know, taking, you know, advantage of the youth, those that hadn't fully developed their wisdom to the extent where they can be tricked and naive. You got these suckers that's around here taking advantage of them, lying to them, talking loud, trying to make it appear that they some type of bulldog or big dog when they really just a chihuahua. You know what I mean? These dudes are poodles. But they want to fool y'all with all of this expression and all this Hollywood shit that they do. And they undercover sissies. And that's just the truth. Yeah, now I hear y'all loud and clear. I hear you loud and clear. And this portrait is so much bigger than rat behavior until, you know, every time I talk, if it's one of y'all that embrace the game that I give, then it's worth me walking and talking to you. Now, when all of you become damn fools and nobody want to embrace wisdom no more, then I'm going to ride off to the sunset. You know, I'm going to ride off to the sunset because I'm going to feel like I'm wasting my breath and my time. But until then, yo, man, I want to see my people win. You know what I mean? I want to see y'all win. I want to see y'all break this poverty curse that been having our families in bondage for decades. You know, in bondage for decades. I saw my mom, I saw my grandmother, my great, you know, all these people in bondage for decades. And some of you clowns want to add to the pain. Why not be on the other side? You know what I mean? Why not be on the other side? Y'all know my favorite saying, you know, the street guys are some of the wisest individuals I ever met on this earth. But until, you know, they awaken the sleeping giant within themselves and realize that if they put that same energy in corporate America that they put in being a clown, or that they put in darkness, oh man, you talking about some brilliant individuals. All these people, Elon Musk and all these different individuals, man, they ain't got nothing on the real sharp, the sharpest of the street guys. They ain't got nothing on them because they not where we from. They ain't been in where we been in. They ain't lived in where we lived in. And most of all, they didn't get out of where we got out of successfully. So awaken that sleeping giant, man, inside of yourself. You know what I mean? That's my brother there who spoke about that sleeping giant. You know, when me and him was kicking it on the intro of the Ghetto Boys, when he say they scared of him because he know how to awaken that sleeping giant. And that was a powerful thing that was being said, and that's what we looking forward, you know, to the day and his freedom, so we can awaken the sleeping giant and so many that sleep and that won't listen to those that they don't respect. You know, I look forward to the day of being able to share that journey, share that walk, share that creativity with my brother on how to free a lot of our people out of bondage. And every politician that's for that, we're gonna be with them too. You know what I mean? The real ones that's really for our people, then that's who's gonna get my vote. You know what I mean? The real politicians that's for our people. I don't discriminate. But those that's really for us, that's just not talking about it, but I can see some actions being shown, then, you know, that's what moved me. See, a pair of lips will say anything. That has been proven every day with these clown-ass podcasts. You know what I mean? That's a fact, that a pair of lips will say anything. But it's all good, you know. Big wheels keep on rolling. Yeah, big wheels keep on rolling. Yeah. What did I do? Yeah, let me put this thing back on. Yeah, that's me. Y'all see me live in living color. Y'all see me walking. Yeah, I can walk in peace. See, I can walk solo. I can walk in peace in hoods, suburbs, on the moon. It don't matter. You know what I mean? When it's real everywhere.
Yeah, this is crazy right here. We got your boy Charleston White up today. Charleston White was asked about the situation with the Metcalf kid. Yeah, the kid that got stabbed in the chest by Carmelo Anthony, young Carmelo Anthony, teenager down there at a track meet understand what you're hearing and seeing. The man said it's more like a Trayvon Martin type situation. Charleston White went on a wild rant disrespecting Trayvon Martin, and anybody who feel that he disrespected him, he don't even care. It's already up, man. Let's get you to that content.
Trayvon Martin was an angry black kid that had to be sent to his father because he lacked discipline, grew up in a home with his single mother. Any well-behaved kid with manners that had respect of adults, once George Zimmerman approached him, whether he's right or wrong, as a child, this is an adult. You get off the phone with that fat-ass girlfriend you trying to fuck, you call your dad and say, hey dad, it's an adult around here to just stop me. He says he's calling the police. Rather than doing that, he had an attitude because as young black males in this country, we have an authority problem because we walking around angry, displaced from our father's issues, but we resent our mothers. So we're a ticking time bomb. And Trayvon Martin could fight. So that's why I say you be careful approaching some of these young kids. What a 13-year-old will kick a 40-year-old's ass. That's true. And that's what happened in that situation. He underestimated this kid, and he was looking for trouble.